Deep in New Zealand's Fiordland National Park lies Doubtful Sound, one of the most remote and untouched places in the country. Our mission today is to reach this hidden world almost completely untouched by modern life, but getting there is no simple task. We'll have to start just after sunrise with a 3-hour bus ride, followed by a boat across New Zealand's deepest lake, then another bus over a rugged mountain pass. Only after that will we finally set eyes on this incredible place. Start off the day, we're already a little late. We started out the day in Queenstown, where we got on a bus and passed by this incredible mountain range called the Remarkables. Our bus driver was an awesome tour guide, and he told us all about how our day was going to go and some really cool stories and history about the area.
We're going to go on a bus, on a boat, on a bus, on a boat, on a bus, on a boat, and then back on this coach. If at any stage during the day it looks like you're going to go on a bus, then something's gone drastically wrong.
We just finished the first leg of this trip. Our bus driver was like a tour guide, and he was telling us all kinds of cool things, like how all the deer farms that they have around here, the way that they capture the deer and put them in the farms is they fly helicopters and find a deer. They fly just 1 meter over the deer really fast as it's running, and someone climbs down onto the rails beneath the helicopter, and then they literally just like jump off and
on their back.
They tackle the deer. So yeah, we learned all kinds of things like that on the drive, and now we are about to go hop on our second mode of transportation. It's gonna be this boat back here. I think we have about an hour trip across a lake, and then I believe we'll get on another bus that will take us through a mountain pass, and then we'll get on another boat, and it's about a 3-hour journey through Doubtful Sound, which is the main purpose of this trip, is to be in Doubtful Sound, because it's this beautiful remote area that we've seen pictures of and just looks amazing. When you hear Doubtful Sound, the word sound isn't just a name. It describes what it actually is. A sound is similar to a fjord, but the difference is that a fjord is carved by glaciers, while a sound is formed by rivers. Lake Manapouri is the deepest lake in New Zealand, and it's completely surrounded by the Cathedral Mountains. It would be worth this journey that it takes to get to Doubtful Sound, like the hours and hours it takes to get there. It would be worth all of those hours just to come see this. This is
just for this little boat ride.
I can't even imagine that Doubtful Sound could be better than this. I think it would be the coolest thing ever to just kayak around in here.
Oh, I know, it'd be so much fun.
With a jet ski, imagine that. We sat back and enjoyed the ride until we made it to the other side of the lake. So we're just pulling up to the harbor, and we're gonna go hop on another bus. And I think it will take us over the mountain into the Doubtful Sound area. So this area actually can't be accessed by road at all. So these huge buses had to be shipped over here by boat. Can't even imagine how they got these things onto a boat over here.
Like, we're literally in the middle of nowhere. We have like one little visitor center right here.
Yeah, we're going to head up and over the hill, up and over the Wilmot Pass to Deep Cove. You have an area which is
Made a quick stop at this pretty overlooked spot in the middle of this mountain pass.
just about to get a bit of an idea of
So this is our first viewpoint of Doubtful Sound. We can see it up from above. We're gonna go hop on a boat and hopefully make our way all the way down. But I think that we would hop on a boat just right there and make our way all the way down until we reach this sea.
as you can see just there. So we're not going to.
That was the bumpiest road, literally ever. I feel so nauseous at the moment, and now we're hopping on a 3-hour boat, so I'm really hoping that I start feeling better. I couldn't find any motion sickness meds here, because they're not over the counter.
We're setting off. I'm so excited about this. From what we can see just from this boat dock, it's unreal. But we're gonna get started eating some lunch, and hopefully the views are just gonna get nuts.
Also have quite a lot of staff on board as well. 7 short and 1 long blast. You'll have to wait for further instructions.
We're just looking on the map to kind of see where we're at, and I think this is so funny because, like, zoom out, here's home. We're so stinking far away. It's definitely the most remote place we've ever been. but we're just teeny tiny down here, just going through these fjords. That's where we were this morning, so we've trekked like all the way from here. It's very remote.
Fiordland National Park is home to 14 fjords and sounds, with Milford Sound being the most famous. It's one of New Zealand's top attractions, largely because it's easily accessible by road and looks absolutely beautiful. Because of this, it gets very busy. Doubtful Sound, on the other hand, is a completely different experience. It's the longest fjord in the park, and one of the few that can only be reached by a tour. Unlike Milford, there are no roads here, no crowds lining the shore, or people all around. Even though the boat might feel full, these are the only people who will be here today. For miles in every direction, there's only one other boat, and that's what makes Doubtful Sound so special. This overwhelming sense of isolation and scale that's hard to find anywhere else.
Wow. Eating and being off a bumpy bus sure does do the trick with helping you feel a little better.
We're just passing this bigger ship, and if you book a trip with that boat, then you get to stay overnight in a little cruise ship cabin. I think that would just be amazing. We're gonna go outside and check out the view from the front. Literally like 30 seconds, and it's so windy, and I lost my favorite hand. Thought I had a good hold of it, and I just turned my head the wrong way, and it was gone.
We're going to go get Trey a new hat tomorrow on North Face, so.
And we're gonna go pick up some trash somewhere to make up for the littering I just did. The landscape here kept reminding me of that eagle scene in The Hobbit, and it turns out that it actually was filmed here in the national park. So we made it all the way down to the Tasman Sea, and then we flipped around and we're headed back the other way. So the wind is going in the other direction, so hopefully we can go up in the front and have it not be too windy. What happened next was one of our favorite experiences of our lives, and it was the highlight of our whole trip.
spinner dolphins in the whole world, and they hang out here in the fjords, and you don't see them very often, but we got a really nice sunny day. there were so many of them, like at least 100 that came and just were jumping right next to the boat. Everybody was freaking out. I swear I started crying. It was just the cutest. Oh, it was so cute. You had to be there, okay? It was the best.
I swear it was as if the dolphins were like trying to show off. They're just so playful and wanted to jump right in front of us all. We've gone into an area called the Crooked Arm. It's a 90-degree turn, and it's actually just as long as Doubtful Sound is itself. It's 14 kilometers. It is really cool. The scenery here is almost, I'd say, better than Doubtful Sound. This is so dramatic and steep.
The word patia means chill, and do not move around. If you can't stand still outside, please go inside.
On every Doubtful Sound tour, they always have this special moment where they ask everyone to take a few minutes and enjoy the complete silence of this remote piece of wilderness. Once they get into the right position, they shut off the engine and there is absolute complete silence. The only sound is the random gust of wind and the water lapping against the boat. There's not another boat or person in sight, and we're so far from any other source of unnatural sound. We really love this part of the trip, and we were able to fully appreciate the beauty and remoteness.
Another one of the arms, and this is what they said to be the most photographed spot. They said this is like all the brochures they used to give Doubtful Sound are right here. Look how high up this is. This
She just said it was a kilometer high. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is how high it is. I'd say this back here is my favorite view above this whole Doubtful Sound. And with that, our Doubtful Sound cruise has come to an end. We made it back to the dock and began the long journey back to Queenstown. Despite how difficult it is to reach Doubtful Sound, I would absolutely recommend a trip here to anyone who ever comes to New Zealand. There aren't that many places left in the world that are as beautiful as Doubtful Sound while still staying untouched and looking the same way it's looked for thousands of years. Being able to see this scenery, having those wildlife encounters, and experiencing the pure silence of Doubtful Sound has been an unforgettable experience, and we loved every second of it. Make sure to go subscribe because we still have a few weeks in New Zealand where we're having some crazy adventures, visiting some beautiful places, and seeing some more Lord of the Rings sites. Thanks so much for watching this video. We really appreciate it, and we would really appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button. It really helps. We'll see you in the next one.